Welcome. We're gonna put this on the backpack and we're gonna go work out, train, exercise, marching. A quick one today in my neighborhood. We're gonna go around towards the sun, my king, the Pope. Towards the sun, my king, the Pope. Let's go. Towards the west. The sun sets out in the west. Now we're gonna march in these. We're gonna properly dispose all the garbage. Gotta give a shout out. Thank you to the public works for these new benches. Thank you. Also carpenters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, firefighters, all involved in the production, distribution of food in this park and other parks. These are new benches. Gotta salute the financing and of course those who installed them. Put them in the proper. As we're gonna go towards the sun, workout, train. I'm gonna come back by 6. And we're gonna do some stretching right here. Let's do some in the sun. SUN, thank you again for these benches. And gotta say, rock and roll, my gratitude as I work with this laptop. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee. As I go towards the sun on that Sherbrooke. Beautiful sunny day. Well, let's see what price is the gas. 167. That means that it went up by about 4 cents, 5 cents. Maybe it was 152. 152 means that it's 175, 167. And that means that it went up about 3 cents, 4 cents. If it was 162, 5 cents. 167 minus 9. And that is, 5 cents. So it was 162.9. Now it's 167.9. So if you drive, that means that you're gonna pay more by 5 cents. So 5 cents for 100 liters, that's $5. So $5, that's considerable, I guess. We're gonna go up north, turn our heads left and right before you cross the street, turn our heads left and right. Before we cross the street, turn our heads left and right before we cross the streets. And we're gonna go all the way towards the sun. Oh, I gotta say roundabout we're gonna go. We're gonna get that special on the sun. I gotta stay in the sun as much as I can, but I gotta get that hydrate. So we're gonna go stop and go and work out, train, exercise today. Special exercise for the food banks. You know, those working in the food banks. And we gotta say that food security starts with the farmers. Food security starts with the farmers, from the black fertile earth to the green. As I go to the mountain, on the mountain roundabout, sometimes in my neighborhood right here in NDG, just saw a good show. It was some good circus, and for the children and for the all, it was really funny. And got to give a shout out to fellow artists who are not millionaires, because millionaires, if you're an artist millionaire, you got to give to that charity. 24/7 butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, all involved in the production and the distribution of food, all involved in the production and the distribution of food, all involved in the production, distribution of food. Food security starts with the farmers and, of course, in those food banks. And your fitness journey starts as mine starts today. Over time, every time, the people's artist. AA artist, Aspie artist, got that Asperger's, you know, I might repeat things twice, 3 times and have weird gestures, you know, that's part of having Asperger's, and I'm part of a minority, less than 1 out of 300, so it's less than 1%, like 0.44% in 2020, so less than half of a percentile, so not even 1%, so you might not find even 1 out of 300. Yes, crow, I know you say dragon, go, dragon that crow. Cheering me on, it's a beautiful sunny day, 13 degrees, gotta get back to my headquarters today as I went and saw a good show and took care of some business earlier. Business slow, but I'm open for business 24/7, working with the laptop. Sometimes you got to work with the tools you're giving, and auctioning this red and everything that I'm wearing. I'm auctioning actually for, gonna give half to every million that I make to my anonymous sister friend, of every billion, every trillion that I make to my anonymous sister friend. And you know, I live a simple, austere, severe 21st century rainbow Spartan lifestyle. I always feel good when I work out, and right now I feel good, that vigor, you know. So been depressed and suicidal 6 years ago, got out of it when I crossed Canada coast to coast, and I've been advocating for people to go, be incentivized to travel across the collective North American civilizational complex, what I call the North American civilizational complex, and of course to be grateful. Gratitude. Civilization is a privilege. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and having that rent paid for the month of March having coffee, having electricity, always go, Hydro-Quebec, go 24/7, let's build some more dams coast to coast, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you're going to get those drills in and start your fitness journey. I always say my fitness journey commences today now, as yours can, and it's always an attitude that I take personally. Now my fitness journey starts today now. With a push-up, with a hawk, with a squat, with some push-ups always helps, and get that drill over time every time. But today, gotta give it a little bit of shorter squeeze in and maybe more intense on these steps, you know. As I go on that marching steps, it is 4:43. So if we're back by 6, we gotta stick up around the neighborhood, and I live not far from here, but around the ball as I go in that solar, you know. So gotta love my Pope, the King, the Sun, who now rises and now sets. And as the days are getting longer, we get more energy. So it's always good to start a fitness journey whenever you can. But you know, I go all 4 seasons: when it's snow, when it's raining, when it's -20. See me at the mountain or roundabout working out outside, training and exercising, you know. And again, when I leave my underground room office and temple, it is my Dragon's Lair, underground Dragon's Lair. I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations. You know, I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations. I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligation when I'm outside, which I would have had in the normal circumstances of life. I would have stayed in my underground room office and temple headquarters, Dragon's Lair, the lair of the dragon. I would have not had the same obligations and duties and privilege and responsibilities, right? There would have been more rights and privileges, but you're sorry, you got to balance it. In the public and the private, always got to be balanced in harmony. So my safety, my liberty, my joy to work out got to be in balance and harmony with somebody else. And say always, you can say anything, but you're not allowed to make threats. You know, you can say anything, sing rock and roll. I love to sing rock and roll. And always for the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, and all involved in the production, distribution of food. And we gotta get that DRT, that refusion theory, for the creation of the U. And the sun's shining now. We gotta always get that gratitude. Grateful, thankful, my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and right here on this joy, you know. It's always a fitness journey, which I always say for me, it begins today now. You know, always that attitude I take. It's been 6 years, and exactly started it after I got out of depression, when I was depressed and suicidal, when I crossed Canada coast to coast. And I saw coast to coast, so many things I got to see here, and Canada coast to coast to live for and go and do and write rock and roll songs and write poetry and do everything that I do, and keep on writing children's books as I do unpublished. But didn't got that $500 to, of course, publish those books, but of course got to get them published or what have you. But I'm open for business 24/7, you know. So I just had a youth who does very happy, very joyous events, so that brings me some joy, you know. So it's for the youth always, for my anonymous sister friend, for the special today for food banks, you know, more and more use. And we got to be mindful that, of course, food security starts with our beloved farmers of the collective North American civilization, you know. When ASPE with amnesia, AA, ASPE with amnesia, artist and athlete, in parallel, AA, artist, athlete, in parallel to being an ASPE with amnesia. So raw retrograde amnesia. I got raw retrograde RA, it's called retrograde amnesia. And of course, I'm always overtime every time my workout, training, exercising, and always encourage people to do some push-ups, do some squats. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do a little bit of that squats right here, and do a little bit of squats and push-ups right here, right in the shining sun. And let's do some squats for the train conductors, butchers, firefighters, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks. Always, let's do a drill and with the sun a little bit. So let's give you some of those squats. SQA squats, hawks on the menu, push-ups, hawks, rock and roll always for the youth, the empire, North Americans unite. This fitness journey always begins now, super important. Invest in the body. The body's a temple for pleasure and purpose. And you know, I lost about 77 pounds and got out of depression 6 years ago, and always live for today with gratitude, hope for tomorrow, you know. And I'm an ASPE with amnesia, AA, raw retrograde amnesia. So I remember moving and cutting Asperger's and being an artist and an athlete, and of course gotta get that drill over time, every time sun now rises and now sets, and get a few squats here and there and keep it on the march. Go do some more squats and get some more hydration. And next round is gonna have to be after the march. It's gonna be some be some of those push-ups, you know. So you're gonna have to get some push-ups in, and you're gonna have to get those push-ups at the stop there. So gotta get it towards the sun. Let's see. So now we march and workout, special marching workout, overtime every time, and got a good sea around me. Looks like it's gonna may look like a storm, but it's unseasonable, about more than 7 unseasonal temperatures. And driving this backpack, gotta get it for the drill as I go, you know. Androgynous pansexual philosopher, Ashby with amnesia, artist and athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst and theorist, and gotta get that drill, you know. So gonna go do some push-ups right here. Always in the sun, like to get that workout in the sun, as I like to drill it, of course, and like to exercise, and it's my medicine and therapy of choice. We got some hay here and hay there, and we got here, we can do some push-ups right there and see where it can be. Oh yeah, maybe we can go around about the park, see what's happening, and then drill it back in. Yeah, I see a spot. Spot is right here in that mud, maybe not. Let's see how we can rock and roll around about, and how we can go. Oh, I see the spot. Oh, I see it. I gotta get clear, get more sun. So today for the food banks, go food banks of North America, and remember, food security starts with the farmers. So I want to see on those food banks a little bit of thank you, rock and roll, gratitude for the farmers and farmers, food producers, you know, food bakers, butchers, nurses, doctors. Get it, of course, to do some push-ups. Always good to go for push-ups in the sun for the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors. Give me some push-ups. Feels so good. Gotta get it twisted from the left and from the right. Always keep it in motion. You know, so intense dragon workout, and we workout, train, exercise. We keep it on the motion, and we keep it moving, and we keep it on the drill. Nice to see here what's gonna go on with the farm and do some urban farming, which I did, and so it's nice to see a little farming and growing up some food crops right there, and maybe growing some food, you know. So gotta be mindful of those farmers, you know, farmers, the butchers, the bakers, you know, the carpenters, the nurses, the carpenters, the doctors, pilots, IT workers, electricians, plumbers with it. Always for the workers, you know, made less than 44,000 in 2023 last year, myself included, a struggling artist, but I'm rich in kisses, got the trillions by the goddess GODDSS kisses, so I'm laying the foundations of the first empire with kisses and some tickles and some push-ups, and you know, gotta get that healing, and I've been healing a lot these past years. I died going COVID, gonna celebrate 4 years survival of COVID. Been ended mid-February till about mid-February, early February till about mid or so March, right? I was very sick. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. And then I survived COVID, and gotta get me down that COVID, and triple vax, and always encouraging people to increase in public hygiene. You know, Aspie, I got obsessions, so my obsessions are public hygiene. Ashby's, we got obsessions, key interests, where we are study, and we're super focused about the things that we do, and we gotta get super focused about the things of which we do. And myself, of course, it is the study of geopolitics, 24/7 geopolitics, and of course the study of geopolitical analysis and sports and fitness and physical activity, right? It's all over time, every time. Super important to work out, train, exercise, my fitness. Gotta get a little bit of this. Let's do a little bit of squats, hogs there. We can do squats anywhere, but gotta get that traverses. I like that. Kind of a little bit of artistic, but we're gonna do them in the sun now. Nonetheless, I'm gonna pass by the park, see if the hood is working there, and see if it's not working there. I kind of like arches, you know, architectural arches. I do like turn your heads left and right for security, prudence, you know. Because you never know, even if there's a stop sign, citizen driver might press the accelerator instead of the brake and might get that brake, you know. So if he doesn't brake properly, presses the accelerator instead of the brake. That's another either possibility. Here that train, saluting the train conductors, trains in North America, train pilots, cooks, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, and we gotta get that overtime every time. And here I'm on the island, 2.5 million people on Hawk Island, Montreal, just driving it towards the sun as I liken my Pope the King, the sun. Now shines, now rise, many past lives, many incarnation, now today. March 5th, Aspute amnesia, rah rah rah, RA, retrograde amnesia. Just remember moving to a better place and see from here, from far away, like 11 kilometers, we can see the mountain. Just remember moving to a better place, was depressed and suicidal, maybe amnesia was called mold, whatever mold that was living there with lots of mold and whatever the case may be with the mold and mold, you know. Maybe COVID caused amnesia, maybe when I was young, who knows, XYZ, many mysteries, but here I am today, many scars, many sufferings, many tattoos, and gotta say joyous, content, grateful, getting fitter every day. And you know, it's every day today since I died of COVID with hope for tomorrow, you know. I do have hope when I see people hugging, kissing, and holding hands. And I'm a matchmaker. I like to make that rainbow dragon matchmakers. But I love the youth, and we got complex, North American civilizational complex, coast to coast, ocean to ocean. So sometimes it's we got a lot of things to do right here in North America. We got to implement that DRT, the debt refusion, for the creation of the UE, for that universal exchange unit. I believe that is the solution as it is now, as I go drive it in the sun. And always my fitness journey starts today, as of course yours can. Try not to food waste. Can leave those pieces of bread for somebody, but try not to food waste. You know, it's super important to get a little bit of that food. So now I'm grateful that I got some, but oh, and now we got that little sun shining, so I'm gonna get always that gratitude. So let's see if I got a little bit of mud. What did I get here? I get mud, what have you. Maybe a little bit of mud. Yeah. A little something, I guess. And yeah, it's a bit muddy. Oh yeah. And oh yeah, right here we're gonna be able to do some hawks. So with this squats push-ups, we're gonna be able to do some squats. Right here, hawks. Let's go for the bakers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, right here. Let's go, HAWK. We gotta go on those toes. On the toes. On the toes we got. On the toes as we go, HAWK. On the toes we go. HAWK, we fly all the way through the satellites, supercomputers, for bakers, butchers. On the toes we go, rock and roll. We're gonna switch to that French wing, liable, province. Gotta be some exercise, training, exercising. Let's go. Add some squats with it. Hey, there we go. Down towards the sun we go, sunset style. There we go. That's a workout. Urban workout with the dragon. Push-ups, hawks, squats. All you need sometimes is those push-ups. You got here a place where you can come. Thank you, public workers. That was installed. All you need to use it in. We got a lot of work, public works. Thank you, you know, for building there. You know, you got a nice setting here, nice parks. It's all public works of Canada, so we got a lot of painting to do here. Painting right here to do. Painting buildings and getting those paints and building more parks, putting some color, some of that red rainbow, rock and roll, blue and white and blue, and that white and that blue, and that blue and that white, and that black and white and that blue, and that purple, and that Montreal, and that love you butchers, love you bakers, love you nurses, love you doctors, love you butchers, love you nurses, love you firefighters, love you my fellow North Americans. Fitness journey for world peace, and you gotta get that X, and you gotta get that Y, and We gotta get for that, for the children, for the youth. We gotta get them some of that LOV, and gotta get some Lovey's accent. Gotta get some of that sun is shining, and we gotta get it for the love. And you know, those parks also, public parks were built, of course, and they were built right here, and you're getting more built, and we're gonna build some more parks. Build some more parks, and gotta get it for the park building, and gotta get it for that drill right here. So gotta put it. Sometimes just gotta drop the garbage where it's supposed to go, and we gotta let it for the do. We gotta let it for the dough. We gotta get it as we go, you know. And it's and the sunshine, sunset, sunrise, storm. Sometimes, you know, kind of look like a bit of storms coming, but I don't mind storms. I don't mind lightning. I don't mind storms and lightning. And yours truly right here as we go on the drill, we go on the show. Rock and roll for the farmers, for the butchers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the grocery store clerks, for all those involved in the production, distribution of food, and for all those cooks, and all the bakers, and all the butchers, and all the doctors, and all those who are involved in the distribution of food. Gotta get that sun. Always in sun, rock and roll up in the dragon. Dragon with some sunshine, dragon with some light, dragon with some sight. Up in the go, up in the light, up in the go, up in the light, up in the go, up in the light, up in the go, up in the sight. Hey, here we go. We're gonna get some more for the push-ups, and gonna get some more squats right here. Do some squats, and do some more bakers, some more nurses, some more doctors, and butchers, and for those bakers, for the transportation, for that public and that private, for the dance up in the dragon, rock and roll up in the sunshine. Oh yeah, gotta get that sunshine. Right here in the sun. Gonna get some more squats. Let's go. Drop it low, LOW. Gonna have to turn as we go. Workout, train, exercise. Overtime, every time from the lair of the dragon. As we go all the way. Let's see what time it is, cause we don't want to be late for the greatest woman I know. Say that we're gonna watch movie night. Gotta get that Tuesdays. 4:59, so we got some drills, and we can go around the bow, we can go to the block, and we can go around the bow, and we can go towards the sun, and then we can go towards the sun, and then we can come back, and then we can go for the drill, and then we can go for the left and for the right, and gotta turn my heads left and right before I cross, and gotta turn just to make sure that we, of course, cross the street in a safe way. That's a stop sign, you know, but there they got stops in the middle, right? So it's always got to be careful, because with the stops in the middle, you never know, like I said. So that's why I always turn your heads left and right 3 times. Left, right, just for added dimension of prudence. And my public king, the sun is shining, so we're gonna straight parallel, straight go, turn to the bridge, and stop and go push-ups, squats, and special workout, you know. It's special workout today, and I always feel good. And I was a bit moody. Sometimes I still get moody, you know, but generally I'm okay when I'm grateful and when I'm working out. When I'm on the march, when I'm doing push-ups, or masturbating. I did this morning. No need to spy on me, CSIS and RCMP, and CSIS, RCMP, or styles are gone. And look at that beautiful rainbow, man. Beautiful rainbow.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love the colors, the rainbow.
I know, it's really cute.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
But I love me some of that rainbow, you know, so being rainbow dragon, and it's got cutie bump up, and some dogs make me sneeze, but hey, there's that helicopter chopper. Who in that chopper? Dragonomic, give me 300. Public-private partnership. Let's go, Musk, Bill Gates, Larry Fink, blah, blah, blah. North American partnership. Defense. We're going to play that defense, coast to coast, ocean to ocean. We're going to play that defense, and gotta get some more helicopters. Gotta get them coast to coast. Gotta get them coast to coast. Integration theory applied. Dragonomic, public-private partnership. Rainbow dragon, not perfect, far from it. And going towards the sun as we go, and as we're gonna go for the rock and roll, as we're gonna go for the show, as we're gonna go for the road, for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks. Yeah, rock and roll and rap, of course. Always for my anonymous sister friend, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, for the empire. Laying the foundations, First Kingdom Empire with kisses. First Empire, North American Democratic Republic, North Americans unite. With trillions of kisses. With trillions of kisses. You heard that correct, those be that trillions of kisses. And we work out every day, and fitness journey began about 6 years ago, exactly when I got out of the depression, and it always starts today. I always say my fitness journey starts now today, as yours can. So I have been and will continue to call for the mass financing across the collective North American civilizational complex for citizens to be encouraged to work out, train, and exercise. Mass finance, public-private partnership. Let's go NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB. Let's go NHL, NBA, NHL, MLB. Gotta cross the streets here safely and in a prudent manner. That's why I'm turning my head. Although there's a stop sign there, But this, see, this is one way. It's supposed to be one way, but it's one way in theory, right? Theoretically. So it's one way in theory, but you never know. So somebody else might not know. So if he doesn't know, he crosses the streets and he does get that and he does get this and he get that doing there and that doing here, and it turns by mistake, you know. So well, that's why we gotta add extra prudence from our own selves. And I gotta give a shout out for those building the dog park here. It's part of public works. So I love poodles. I can pet poodles. I can pet. And this independent AA Aspie with amnesia, retrograde amnesia, and artist and athlete appreciates public works. Those changing the aqueducts, sewers and aqueducts. Always got to be mindful. Civilization is a privilege. We build the roads and all these roads and the highways. And the truckers, of course. Now the truckers, how many truckers going east, west, north, south now? There's hundreds or thousands maybe. Truckers across North America, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, and grocery store clerks, you know. Always immersed when I go do my marching workouts, immersed throughout North America, Mexico, Canada, US, and the islands, and calling North Americans to support at all levels my dream. Birds sing better rock and roll than yours truly, so you gotta get that drill as I go. And you know, I'm $10,500 in debt, but I'm grateful. Rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and I am financially stressed, you know. So with the financial stress, you know, it adds different dimensions of responsibilities, duties, and obligations, and it's always an added dimension which yours truly has. And so it's an added dimension when you're financially stressed. But what is money but to buy, sell, right? To buy, sell. And I guess health is important. Fitness, that's why I have been calling, because for the mass financing of citizens to be mass financed, incentivized, you know, to work out, train, and exercise. I believe we have gotten to that point where we can actually make it, you know, multi-millionaires, billionaires, owners of the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, for sports leagues, you know. You make it with a public-private partnership and cooperation, universities, blah, 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 to mass incentivize fitness at all ages. And, you know, like I always say, for national defense, got love for my brothers and sisters. NATO, go NATO, NORAD, go steadfast. But, you know, putting on a uniform and shaving your head does not enable anybody with love. I say it to fight in the cause of freedom myself. I'm working on it, you know. So, got freedom tattooed, but it's a work in progress, you know. It's freedom and liberty, something new, got to be secured. Security, liberty, civilization is a privilege, you know. So we got some different dimensions, which, of course, always to be explored, and our interconnectedness and civilization being a privilege, or that is the privilege of civilization. I kind of like that house. I wish I can buy my anonymous sister friend a house deserves to be a millionaire. Sarah Love got love for Swifty, Taylor Swift, but my anonymous sister friend deserves to be 7 times the number after 6 before 8 is 7. Deserves to be 7 times and richer than Oprah and Taylor Swift and all the 7 Kardashians times 7 put together. I can work with all the aforementioned for the DGA, Dragon Army, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom Dream, but my anonymous sister friend deserves to be, like I said. As I march on these new boots, auctioning them for $1 million to give 50%, that is half to my anonymous sister friend, and the jeans, and always like to exercise, train, and get that public hygiene, and get that drill as I go, and meditate upon everything that's going on now. North America, NORAD, NATO, you know, with the butchers, the truckers, the nurses, the firefighters, the doctors, sending some love. Love to the firefighters, love to the butchers, love to the bakers, love to the carpenters, love to the cooks, love to the electricians, love to the electricians, love to the cooks, love to the butchers, love to the firefighters, love to the bakers, love to the firefighters, love to the bakers, love to the cooks, love to the train conductors, love. Fellow North Americans, love to all my allies and armies who pledge your allegiance, legions to our family, love to all my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions to our family, pledge your allegiance, legions, all my allies and armies are de facto family. And you know, I roll with that do what thou wilt 93, and as a mystic, believe in reincarnation, many past lives, many spiritual incarnations. I don't know it all, but I got questions. I do know that fitness, working out, training, and exercising is my medicine and therapy of choice, and get that blue sky, Mother Nature. I say the word goddess, I believe the goddess, Jodie so as I don't know her name, many names, millions of names, stars, dances with a brother, the sun. That's how I express my little knowledge, as I'm a piece of dust, little tiny hands, tiny feet, and tiny little androgynous scarlet dig, but gotta get it for the trouble, and gotta get it for the do, and gotta get it for those crows, and always love it. For I see my legions, Crowley, Crowley, Crowley. Souls of Thelemites reincarnated are gonna come peck at you, man. Those are my fans, only fans, the crows. Only fans, the crows are gonna come peck at you, man. Gonna come peck. Time to switch to that French in that Belle Province, and then bilingual, because we are, of course, after we cross the bridge, we are in Quebec, and I'm a Quebecer, Canadian, North American, many past lives born right in here, but I'm gonna want to do a little bit of some push-ups or some squats. Let's see what we can do here. It's kind of muddy, but we can still do some. Let's do some squats here because it's a bit muddy. So if I want it too dirty, but we can always do those squats for the workout special for yours truly. Special workout for those special for those food banks. Food security starts with the farmers in every food bank. I want to see a banner. Thank you, food producers. Thank you, farmers and all food producers at every food bank of North America. I want to hear some thank you every day to the farmers in every food bank. I'll hear a little song to the food producers, to the farmers, big, small, medium. Turn your heads left and right before you cross the street. So I want to hear a little bit of in every food bank across Canada. I want to hear a little bit of gratitude, you know, for the food, you know, gratitude for the food, the farmers, those producing food, you know. So I got myself some donations, you know. Just now I got 2 croissants and 1 chocolatine, so I got those 3 pieces, but I'm grateful, thankful. They're not super fresh, like a few days, but they're edible with some tea, gonna be good on the go. And they were gonna cross the bridge and gonna turn around the bus, switch it to that French. Want to get a glimpse of that sunset. Want to get a glimpse of that sunset. So always gonna turn my head left and right. Here, when you cross. Yeah. Even this corner, you know, we gotta get it for the corner and gotta get it for that corner, and this bridge by the Public Works, saluting the bridge builders who build bridges across North America, railway conductors, and all these bridges get new renewal. Imagine all those bridges, so much color, so much paint. We gotta paint and gotta paint a lot. See a lot of gray. Gotta paint a lot of paint. And we got that drill left and right, left and right. See, train conductors. Gotta give a big train conductor shout out and gratitude. That's going east. That's going west, you know. So, how many freight trains and public transport? Always thinking about them, seeing those trains going east, west, north, south. Local here, I took the train EXO last few weeks ago. Not a few weeks already, a few days ago. So that was fun, and you know we got to work on it in public-private partnership to finance citizens, you know, to go do activities, travel across Canada. You know, it helped me got out of depression, and you know I'm no longer depressed and suicidal, and I always like to go on the go and get it for the go and get it for the do, and I like to do things. I'm a philosopher as well, you know. I philosophize, got my Trinity of theories, which I'm calling for by the implementation and all the implementation by the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is love. Love is also action. So the DRT, debt fusion theory, for the creation of the UE, the citizen integration theory, and the democratic fusion theory, that trinity of theories. We gotta turn our heads left and right. Gonna get it for the past year, and gonna switch it to that French. See, they gave me priority, so that's good citizen conduct, and gonna switch to that French. Ready, rock and roll. Et une marche d'entraînement de votre dragon arc-en-ciel. Votre chanteur rock'n'roll de la belle province qui vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique avec des pompes, puis du soleil qui brille pour la renaissance, pour que ça fasse des pompes, des câlins, puis des chansons. Si on parlait pas d'amour, je voulais savoir, on s'en va. Maintenant, on s'en va vers le sud, on vient du nord, puis on s'en va de l'est, puis de l'ouest. Aujourd'hui pour les banques alimentaires, que j'aime, puis bien sûr la sécurité alimentaire commence dans les fermes, ceux qui produisent nos aliments, puis je veux voir ça dans les banques alimentaires. À chaque jour un petit mot de remerciement aux fermiers, puis à ceux qui font des dons, puis ceux qui produisent la nourriture, bien sûr, dans les fermes, les producteurs des agricultures, puis bien sûr qui font de la production alimentaire, puis bien sûr qui produisent les biens, les aliments et les choses saucisses. Ça commence par les cochons. Et que j'en mange, mais je pourrais pas me permettre le bacon aujourd'hui, mais peut-être demain. Aujourd'hui, l'espoir, puis pour la renaissance de l'Amérique du Nord, les trains, puis ceux qui ont bâti ce pont. C'est les travailleurs publics qui changent nos aqueducs à une chanson de votre arc-en-ciel. Pas parfait, loin d'être là, mais aujourd'hui, j'ai vu un show, un cirque de la maison de culture, puis ça a fait un bon cirque, puis j'ai bien aimé ça, puis ça a fait un bon conditionnement, puis ça a fait un peu de joie pour les enfants, fait que ça m'a amené moi-même de la joie, puis voir qu'un spectacle est gratuit, puis là je m'en vais pour un entraînement, un petit vite, parce que je dois être de retour à 6h, qui est là, qui est 5h15, je dois être de retour à 6h pour voir à 6h30 soirée de cinéma puis de film, fait que on s'en va faire un petit entraînement vite ici dans mon quartier, puis je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique. L'entraînement physique a été selon ma médecine et thérapie de choix, puis on regarde de la tête, on traverse la rue en toute sécurité comme citoyen, comme piéton. On s'assure en tournant la tête de la gauche à droite que bien sûr, et on s'assure, on va faire des pompes dans le soleil, parce que c'est vers le soleil que je veux me diriger, mais là, on va le voir de moins en moins parce que c'est le coucher du soleil, mais on va voir si on va pouvoir faire des pompes, puis par là, par ici, par là. Des pompes, on va aller s'étirer un peu, mais on va faire des pompes. Si on y va par ici, eh bien, on continue tout droit, puis on avance. Donc, encore une fois, la gratitude, comme je commence par la gratitude. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, puis j'ai du café, puis du thé, puis des aliments chez nous, une connexion d'internet Go, Hydro-Québec Go. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, Puis j'ai de l'argent, puis de la nourriture. Ben, pas d'argent, j'ai 10 500 dettes moi-même, mais j'ai du thé, du café, puis on m'a donné j'ai une pâtisserie, puis 2 croissants dans mon sac. Je dois saluer les boulangers dans les boulangeries, les charcutiers dans les charcuteries, les infirmières, infirmiers. Puis, vous savez, moi, je vis une vie simple, austère, sévère, mais quand même, j'aime ça, le sucré, la marmelade, les gaufres, puis toutes les choses de sucrerie, j'aime ça. Puis j'aime ça l'entraînement physique, puis bien sûr, je vous encourage. Puis je vis une vie simple, austère, spartiate. Mais en arc-en-ciel. Votre dragon est arc-en-ciel, aspect avec amnésie, double A, rarara rétrograde, l'amnésie rétrograde. Puis bien sûr, l'Asperger, je suis aspi, je vais répéter des choses, puis j'ai des obsessions comme beaucoup d'aspi, puis comme beaucoup d'aspi, j'ai souffert par beaucoup de circonstances, bien sûr, perte d'amis, puis perte d'emploi, puis bien sûr, ces circonstances en tant qu'aspi, hein, on a des obsessions, nous, j'ai l'aspi des intérêts, donc on est super intense dans nos intérêts en tant qu'Aspergers, puis peut-être la malédiction de l'Asperger, ça a donné une bonne affaire, puis ça a fait bien sûr que j'ai produit une session d'entraînement, que ça va avec un conditionnement physique qui est fait pour une situation comme vit maintenant actuellement en géopolitique, puis j'avais prévu la situation actuelle en 2019 par la malédiction de l'Asperger. Ben, je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique, puis je l'avais prévu. Qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? J'ai prévu ça en 2019. J'avais fait une analyse, puis je suis arrivé à la conclusion qu'on se dirige encore vers une conflagration internationale, l'être humain, puis c'est ça, bien sûr, que j'avais composé, créé mon système d'entraînement physique, donc j'ai fait plus que 372 sessions, et donc que je l'ai créé pour y aller dans une situation similaire de crise financière via une conflagration, puis dans d'autres mots, une troisième guerre mondiale. J'avais prédit une troisième guerre mondiale, puis bien sûr, le soleil, mon père, il brille, mais c'est possible, mais qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? Puis justement, en parlant de la géopolitique aujourd'hui, mais qu'est-ce que j'avais vu bien sûr avec la Chine, la station Chine-Taïwan. Taïwan s'appelle officiellement la République de la Chine. Hein? Ça, c'est une chose que les autres qui n'ont pas encore résolu pacifiquement. Puis c'est possible qu'il y ait un conflit armé là-bas aussi. C'est possible qu'il y ait un conflit armé là-bas aussi. C'est pas exclu, ça. C'est pas exclu. Mais on espère dans l'espoir, mais comme ici, on a fait le grand compromis linguistique que j'appelle en Amérique du Nord. On l'a fait de là longtemps, on continue à le faire. C'est le grand compromis linguistique du français qu'on continue à le faire, que moi-même j'exerce un effort. Puis comme Marceline avec du rock'n'roll, bien sûr, bien, la comédie. Puis aujourd'hui, je suis allé voir la maison de culture, un show en français, mais c'était avec un petit peu mélange un peu, mais ça la grosse partie c'était en français, fait que on avait bien de la compréhension, puis c'était de l'humour, de la comédie, un cirque. C'était pas pire. J'en ai à peu près un gros set, ça s'appelle Cirque Opus, c'est quelque chose qui mérite d'être vu, hein, je conseille si vous avez l'occasion, mais Cirque Opus. Et bon, fait que moi en tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe, qui est aussi analyste et théoricien indépendant en géopolitique, tellement de choses que je sais pas, je me pose des questions moi-même, du questionnement spirituel, artistique, mais comme aujourd'hui que j'avais vu, j'ai fait une autre analyse, ben, c'est que la situation en Chine puis Taïwan, ben, ça fait, c'est possible, parce que là, ils ont dit, ils ont changé pas de dogme, ils ont comme changé de dogme, on va aller faire des pompes ici, ils ont comme changé de dogme un peu, ils ont dit qu'ils n'excluent pas que c'est les mots bien sûr qu'ils ont utilisés, je ne veux pas mettre de mots dans la bouche de quelqu'un d'autre, mais c'est comme les mots qu'ils ont mis, ça dit quelque chose du genre, parce que je l'ai vu en anglais, puis j'essaie de faire la traduction, là. Ça dit que c'est plus exclu que juste pour une réunion pacifique, c'est sorti de l'exclusion de la dicta. Fait que ça peut, mettons, qu'est-ce qu'on peut déduire de ça? Il y a un ton plus agressif. Déduire de ça, il y a un ton plus agressif. Déduire de ça, il y a un ton plus agressif. Mais moi-même, méchant, l'agression, j'en ai moi-même. Mais je m'entraîne, je fais l'entraînement physique. Hein? Je fais des pompes, je fais l'entraînement physique. Moi-même, moi-même, l'agression, on va faire des pompes là-dessus. Mais si je me mets là-dedans, si je me mets là-dedans avec les mains, mais c'est pas bon, ça a l'air trop, mais on s'en va faire les pompes ici à la place. Moi aussi, mes chers, j'en ai l'agression, mais je m'entraîne. Je fais de l'entraînement physique pour sublimer. Hein. Et oui, je vois, il n'y a personne, pas d'enfant autour de moi, mais je me suis masturbé ce matin aussi. Je me suis masturbé, vous savez, j'aime ça, là. Ça de masochisme, hein. Puis j'ai un petit, là. Clitopénis, androgène, pansexuel, votre dragon, pas parfait, loin de là, des pompes, ah oui. Ça en prend de la comédie, l'humour. On ne peut pas se baser tout sur la force, la violence, puis l'agressivité. Il faut avoir la compréhension, l'amour, puis d'autres choses dans notre civilisation nord-américaine. Le complexe de civilisation nord-américaine, on fait des pompes, l'entraînement physique, l'agression, tu sais. Et la libération sexuelle, toutes ces questions-là, côte à côte, pour les travaux publics, pour les fermiers, puis les banques alimentaires aujourd'hui, let's go! Pump or push-up, see, it's a workout train, and we gotta get that workout, gotta get that train, and we gotta get that drill, and je me sens bien now, I feel good. Whenever I work out, you know, it's always my medicine and therapy of choice, and I always encourage people to work out, to train and to exercise, and I always say that my fitness journey starts today now, and it's always today. Toujours maintenant. Mon conditionnement physique commence maintenant, commence aujourd'hui, puis ça commence. Puis on commence aujourd'hui, puis on continue demain. Puis j'ai l'espoir pour demain, mais je suis pas un prophète, puis il y a des questions moi aussi que j'ai. Je dis, je suis un mystique, puis j'y crois à la réincarnation. Réincarnation, tu sais. Fait que, tu sais, des fois, on n'est pas parfait, loin de là, mais on a quand même des choses à faire, tu sais, vous voyez, comme ici. Here is a nice example. Here we're gonna do some public works. Ici, c'est les travaux publics aussi qu'on bâtit pour les jeunes, pour nous. C'est ouvert Go, Public Works of North America pour les travaux publics, l'Amérique du Nord. Ça aussi. Ici, ça va se faire un nouveau complexe. Here's gonna be a new complex. So we gotta salute the construction workers, because construction, it starts from the black fertile earth going up to the blue sky skyscrapers with our beloved construction workers. Love you, construction workers! De l'amour pour les frères en construction, mais qu'on bâtit plus de côte à côte, Dragon Army, l'armée du dragon, saluting the train conductors, Gotta get that love for my Pope, the King, the Son, le soleil, mon papi. Il est en train de... fait que je vais faire des chansons, une chanson bilingue, 5:24, 5 heures, et je vais chanter bilingue un peu. I'm gonna sing some of that bilingual rock and roll. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, gotta give it some rock and roll for the construction workers on the road. Gotta give it for the singing, gotta give it for the butchers, for the bakers and the nurses, for the sun my Pope is shining. Gotta see it, construction workers, plywood for the carpenters, gotta get it for the construction, for the public, that arena, for the millions that I finance, on the steel-toe boots I see them. They're gonna build it up on the cement, on the block, with some steel and some metal, with some cranes up in the pedal, with some tools up in the tools, and the hammer's gonna build it, with some nails gonna spit it. Spit it for that rock and roll, for the construction workers on the road. Right up here we go, for the public on the show, for the North Americans up in the road. You can see the construction flows. We're gonna need to build, for the build up in the build, for the what is money to build and to construct. After we don't interrupt, gotta give it for the shovels, gotta give it for the butchers, gotta give it for the construction workers, gotta give it for the construction workers, gotta give it up and high, gotta give it up and high, for the rock and roll up in I got, for the kisses I got, for the planes up in the rocks, for the planes up in the docks, for those who build these new arenas, and the skyscrapers and the public and the parks. Gotta sing and rock and roll for the park builders, for the putting on some work, putting on some sweat, putting on some rock and roll up in the sun, up in the let's get a rock and roll. It's what I got. With some hugs and with some kisses. Gotta give it for the rainbow dragon up in this mystic. If it ain't about love, I just don't wanna hear it. That gratitude, that 24/7 for civilization is a privilege. Gotta get the rock and roll for the cement on the block. Gotta get the cement on the rocks. Gotta get the building up and up. Gotta get the cement on the blocks, on the rocks and on the docks. Gotta get it for the squats. Gotta get it for the loving. For the construction workers, yeah, you know that I love to sing rock and roll. Une chanson, encore, de votre dragon arc-en-ciel. Pour les travailleurs en construction, bâtir, conjuguer sans bechelel, de l'amour, ça veut dire les travaux publics. Un aréna, ça fait bonjour. Et de mon pape, le soleil. J'ai des bisous et des câlins pour les travailleurs en construction, oui. Du ciment puis du béton, ça va faire ça met un ton. Un aréna pour les enfants, puis les jeunes de tous âges. Puis ça fasse une construction, puis ça fasse des images. Puis ça donne du ciment, puis ça fasse, ah oui, regarde, puis ça fasse construction. Puis ça fasse du ciment, puis ça fasse du béton. Ah oui, pour les constructions, ça prend des grues pour aller plus qu'en haut. On chante rock'n'roll pour ça fasse, ça construise des arénas pour tout le monde, des publics. Public de la République du Québec, bienvenue. Que ça fasse, puis ça danse, que ça jase avec du ciment, du béton, puis des marteaux. Et ça bouge, puis des planches. Des planches, faut que ça danse. Des planches, faut que ça roule. Ben regarde, ben du fer. Et j'ai hâte de la construction que ça construise avec du ciment, avec du béton, avec du fer. Et vous me parlez pas d'amour, je veux rien savoir, mais c'est bonjour. Bien de la construction, bien que ça fasse un autre ton. Pas d'argent pour une guitare, c'est pas grave, j'aime ça vous voir en train de construire. Pour le public, la République, merci, bonjour. Avec des bisous et des câlins, puis bonjour. Bonjour, bonsoir. Se construisent des arénas. Regarde un public. Ah ouais, puis des roches. Puis ça s'écrase avec des tracteurs, puis ça fasse un autre jusqu'en haut. Puis en haut, puis le soleil, jusqu'il nous voie tous ensemble. Qu'on va vous voir bouger les montagnes. Et le soleil, mon papa qui vous chante avec ce dragon en arc-en-ciel. Pour les travailleurs publics, et la construction d'une nouvelle république, du ciment et du béton, pour une autre chanson, pour les travailleurs en construction, merci et bon, son. So that is good construction and fait que ça va faire une bonne construction ici, so. Gonna build it, so this is joint and joint public-private partnership. Joint building here, so it's financed in the Quebec way. See 10 million to invest right there. See. They got it invested for us, government of Quebec, 10 million, that's good. And so you're gonna build it some more, so can't wait for it to be built. And that was some good rock and roll. That's what I got for mostly rainbow rock and roll. And the rock and roll, man. And look at that beautiful blue sky. So it's a nice sun right there. So they're gonna build it, so 10 plus 6, so you got that 16 million, 16 millions que ça dit ici. 6 plus 10. Si c'est ça, ça fait 6 plus 10. Sinon, ça fait 10 ensemble. But it's 10 and 6. So that's what that says there. That says 10 from the government of Quebec. This 6. So is it added together? 10 plus 6, that's 16.2 million, you know? Ça, c'est 6 plus 10. That is. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait for that building to be built. Je peux pas attendre. J'ai hâte que ça soit fini quand même. Let's go. How much time we got? I guess we can do a few pull-ups. Then we can drill it back. Pull-ups in the sun. Pull-ups are good for you. Gotta give a shout out to those who, not a lot because we gotta get that home and gotta get back in time, you know, so. Gotta get that money. Oh, no more snow though. I got a little bit of that mud. Public Works gotta. But if I do pull-ups, let's see, can I do pull-ups? On va faire un peu, mais il y a quand même de la. Ouais, it's gonna be more on the. Not that easy though, eh? Let's go, give me some hawks, H-A-W-K. On the toes we go, twist those hips. Left and right, and gonna go left and right. Workout, on s'entraîne. Ready for more hawks. Des éperviers, on se lance. We launch. H-A-W-K, launch. On the toes we go up. We gotta check on that time. Faut qu'on check quelle heure qui est. We ain't got that much time. We just came to do a few and getting the rock and roll back to the HQ headquarters. And it's a nice place, but needs to get some of that wet out. C'est une bonne partie pour faire de l'entraînement physique, mais faut que ça fasse, ça s'enlève, you know. It's gotta get that down and gotta get that up and gotta get it for the go, you know. So yeah. I got a little bit muddy. Muddy, get back clean. What a beautiful sunset. Turn your heads left and right. So you cross the street, on tourne la tête. To la gauche, à droite. I get a bit muddy, I guess, but I like that. See that pink, pink, pink? It's kind of like a monster type of squid looking creature, but kind of like it's rose, puis c'est une créature quand même qui sourit, puis you know, man, I like those bright colors, eh? Got a red, 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 rouge, 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 and always gotta give a shout out to that's the train I took a few days ago, and that's west, came back east, went north. So a lot more to explore, you know, just in my island, just so many things. I haven't taken the train all the way to south, 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 you know. J'ai pas pris le train pour aller dans le sud, 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 puis tellement de choses pour faire, so many things to do, eh? We need public train renewal also. On a besoin du renouveau du train aussi. Eh? It's still good, but got a lot of work in North American complex. Eh? Le complexe dans l'Americain, we got a lot of work to do, you know. So got potholes, public works. I'm a work in progress always. Just, travaux en cours, toujours moi aussi. I'm a work in progress, you know, myself. Moi aussi, je travaille encore. Travaille encore. Work in progress. Myself included, I guess, you know, so. Work in progress all the time, you know, it's work, 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 and travail, 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 independent artist, athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst, theorist, artiste, athlète, philosophe indépendant, puis, you know, sun's shining now somewhere, the sun rises now, le soleil, ben, se couche puis se lève maintenant, and somebody hugging, hopefully, somebody making good love, and quelqu'un qui fait beaucoup d'amour, puis, we need to do a little bit of love, and quelqu'un qui fait de l'amour aussi, and it's important to be grateful, you know, gratitude, civilization is a privilege. La civilisation, c'est un privilège. You know, I rock and roll that revolutionary centrism philosophy. Je rock and roll la philosophie centriste. And I always feel good when I work out. You know, je me sens toujours bien quand je fais l'entraînement physique. You know, and it's always on the go and it's always on the low. C'est toujours puis pour en faire une puis en faire deux and you get that fitness journey beginning. Vous avez le conditionnement physique qui commence. And it's always starting now and ça commence aujourd'hui and it's always getting that doing and fait pour en faire. Puis sometimes some simple things in life, you know. I love my sweets. J'aime ça le sucré, mais I want to see my dream, see the youth happy and coast to coast, you know, get that secured, côte à côte pour la sécurité de côte à côte, like coast to coast, like security coast to coast, you know, security and service. You're dragging on me. Do some push-ups right here. Pompe. Let's go, push-ups. I like this is new here. C'est nouveau, man. Oh, damn, that's a glove. Anyways.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît. Le prochain train circule en direction de Vaudreuil. Attention, le prochain train circule en direction de Vaudreuil.
This I would love to see painted here, you know, it's gray for my taste, I like to see some color. C'est quand même gris pour mon goût, mais j'aimerais ça voir de la couleur ici par exemple. I like to see lots of color actually here. And ça va beaucoup de couleurs. Beaucoup de couleurs ici, lots of colors. Get somebody who can paint and let's finance it, public-private partnership. And I'm willing to volunteer, but I can't draw. But je pourrais faire du bénévolat juste pour mettre la couleur bleu, blanche, rouge, verte, green, red, blue, and white. And be nice, you know, to have it as you go for the public, you know, some colored, la couleur. It's just my opinion because I like that colors, you know. J'aime ça les couleurs, mais so it is on the journey Montreal, 2.5 million people metropolis. La métropole, you know, it's like a small island. Got washrooms there, toilet. And it's always a good thing, you know. So that other side was built new, so gotta be damn mindful. L'autre côté, c'est nouveau, fait qu'il faut saluer, you know. Ce qu'ils l'ont bâti ou qu'on va faire des accoupissements. We're gonna do some more push-up socks. That train's going west now, ça s'en va à l'ouest. Thank you to those brains and muscle who built it. On salue ceux qui l'ont construit, ça a pris du cerveau puis des muscles pour construire. Some of them are newish. We gotta do a lot of public overhaul, you know, got lots of work. Eh? Beaucoup de travail. Work in progress, everything, myself included, sport a dream. Gotta thank you to the bus drivers, construction workers, bakers, butchers, nurses, cooks, les travailleurs en construction, les infirmières, ceux qui travaillent dans les boulangeries, les camionneurs, ceux qui déchargent, bien sûr, ceux qui sont sur les wagons, les trains. Côte à côte, we got that North America, you know, dans l'Amérique du Nord, you know, so gotta get it for those birds. I think birds came out early now. Je pense que les restes sont de retour d'avance. That's the neighborhood I used to do laundry there. C'est là que je faisais le lavage. Juste là, and I'm grateful, thankful I got that washer and dryer now. Dès que j'ai la laveuse puis la sécheuse maintenant. Puis... Oh, get gratitude. Just gotta be careful when we cross the street here. It wasn't me, the honk, it was for the citizen driver. C'était pas pour moi le klaxon, c'était pour le citoyen là-bas. On va faire des accroupissements ici. Let's do some squats. Squat, squat, squat gang. Des accroupissements, on descend puis on monte. We go up and down. Train that booty and that peach. Train that booty in that beach. Des accroupissements, squats. We go up and we go down. Now let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fitness journey. Fitness journey begins now today. And I used to do laundry right in the back there. That's the laundromat. C'est là que je faisais mon lavage. Puis I'm grateful, thankful that I got. So this is gonna be a nice building here. They're gonna build some more construction there, so it's good in my neighborhood here, you know, dans mon quartier ici. Ben, c'est de la bonne construction ici, and that's new. So that's a nice building right there. So see, they redid those. The balconies. See those balconies, and above there you can see they got that 4G. I think those are 5G. I'm not sure though. Looks like a lot of them though. Shit, too many there. Concentrated. Goes, you know, and là-bas ils ont fait, and fait changer les balcons. Fait que c'est quand même beau, je trouve. Un petit peu de couleur, a little bit of color, but see here. Gotta give a shout out to this construction of a chalet. See, that's what it says. They got 3,800,000, 3,800,000, 3,800,000 invested. So this is investment. So salute for that. This is good in my neighborhood. Ça fait du bien dans mon quartier. Fait que je dois saluer. C'est quand même un bon investissement. It's gonna be a chalet in the park, so it's gonna come soon, and that's gonna be, of course, new right here. So it's gonna be a little bit on the drill. See, they're utilizing, so here next to that is gonna be good. Wearing that red top up, red, rouge, and gotta get that exercise, utilizing that's a new basketball court. I love basketball, more watching, so I love to watch basketball. J'aime ça regarder le basketball, mais it's nothing more investment. Let's go NBA, finance more like this, Renewal. You already got 7 houses, 7 cars, you don't need much. All I need is a house. Now I can drive public, I don't really need, but I love Cadillac. Once in 1963, Cadillac, that's what I would love to have. And je suis pas le conduire, mais j'aime ça avec un Cadillac de 1963, puis c'est ça que j'aurais, genre. Okay, I got time. Now I gotta speed it up a bit because I don't want to be late, and I gotta wash those feet. So see the train goes here also, train tracks, and used to do laundry right there. There's a bakery, gotta give that salute because about a few weeks ago gave me that discount. I was $1 missing and gave me 20% off. So I went from $4.99, so give me 40. I got 4 left, and I only have $4 and give me that pie, chocolate pie, because I love bakery there. But prices went up on that little bit, you know. Puis là-bas, c'est une boulangerie où je vais souvent, mais la dernière fois, ils m'ont donné une pâtisserie, ben, comme un petit gâteau, là. C'était les 3 gâteaux, genre, ensemble. C'était 4,99, fait qu'il manquait 99 cents à $1 dans le fond. J'en viens me rester 4, fait qu'on m'a fait un. Tu sais, c'est tout que t'as, puis elle a dit, ok, je vais te le vendre comme ça, la patronne, fait que je dois dire merci. C'est quand même un rabais de 20% sur le coup comme ça. So, gotta give a little bit of that gratitude, you know, la gratitude. So, it's as we go, you know, as we go, it's always on the go, and it's always now, you know. 24/7 rock and roll, and butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, pour les travailleurs en construction, puis dans les boulangeries, les bouchers dans les boulangeries qui changent nos vidanges, puis les travailleurs publics, those public works, and the farmers, the cooks, les infirmières, les camionneurs, ceux qui transporter dans les camions, puis bien sûr, mais ça commence par ici. You know, we gotta get that IT satellite sets. And parallel life, I do build satellites. And dans une vie parallèle, moi-même, je construis des satellites, puis je fais toujours construction. And I'm always a fan, you know, construction works and all the work that they be doing in that construction, and I always enjoy it. So tomorrow maybe we're gonna do a overtime dance. Great fitness. I see some people holding hands, give me a joy. Je vois du monde qui se tient par la main, mais ça me donne la joie. Give me some hope right there, and gotta get that holding hands like that, you know. So we gotta get for the overtime, and we gotta go for the drill, and for the X, for the Y, for the Z, and see people. Gotta give a salute, fellow citizens, because they stopped holding hands and we went in the back and made an effort for me, so I didn't gotta go in the streets to circumvent them. So I always appreciate that in the public, you know. Public walkway, j'apprécie ça, l'effort qu'ils ont fait, mais ce qui se tenait par la main, ils ont arrêté de se tenir par la main, puis c'est tendu en avant de l'autre, fait comme ça, j'ai pas dû me sortir, fait que j'apprécie ce geste de mes concitoyennes, because we do I'm in the public now, so j'ai d'autres responsabilités, obligations que j'aurais pas eu dans l'autre moment, que ça aurait fait, puis ça aurait fait des fois, c'est des choses qu'il faut qu'on pense aux autres aussi, en public aussi, en public, and in other spheres as well. You know, I'm not totally selfless. Hein. Je suis pas totalement sans ego, j'en ai moi-même, mais j'essaie d'être balance pour moi-même, pour les autres, for me, for myself and for others. If I can bring some joy, whatever the case may be, by whatever XYZ factors, man, I'm all in. And I like to work out. Dancing is my favorite sport, and sport the calling all willingly loving to support the dream, the dancing goddess, and the Dragon Kingdom dreams. Je fais appel à tous et toutes de soutenir, bien sûr, le rêve du dragon, mais c'est bien sûr de faire l'implémentation des lois, la liberté, en sécurité, liberty to be secured, you know, and my nature. Got Asperger's, amnesia, androgynous, pansexual, rainbow dragon, but with balance and harmony with others. The individual, the self, and the collective. L'individu, tant que moi-même, avec l'Asperger's, puis mes propres expériences, puis savoir-faire, puis défauts. Moi en tant qu'individu et vous en tant que... Et nous. Vous, moi, vous et nous. Nous, le collectif. Québécois, Québécoises, Canada, le collectif de civilisation nord-américain, puis with the systems and everything, and you know, we gotta change sometimes comes, and you know, nothing that I want to go back to pre-COVID, and moving forward COVID now, rien que je veux retourner en arrière, de la COVID, bien sûr que je vis pour maintenant, puis avec l'espoir pour demain, blablabla, mais I live with hope for today, with hope for tomorrow, and you know, I live carpe diem rock and roll, you know. I don't know so many things. So many things I don't know, mais tellement de choses que je sais pas, mais I suffered, I struggled, j'ai souffert, je me suis lutté, mais all I know is really the island, you know. Tout ce que je connais vraiment, c'est l'île, mais incarnations, past lives, I do know that. Les incarnations, les autres vies, je connais ça, mais il y a d'autres choses que je connais pas, tu sais. Je connais pas, je sais pas. So many things I don't know. Je sais pas, I don't know. So many things. And, I just know now. Today, this island, and my journals, my work, mon travail, l'île. Je connais maintenant ici. Satellite supercomputers in a parallel life, microchips dans une vie parallèle, des satellites, des micropuces, and, satellites, and micropuces, and all that I know in a parallel life. That's what I do in this one. Philosopher, geopolitical analyst, and theorist, and independent artist and athlete. Double A aspect with amnesia. Puis dans une autre vie parallèle, ce que je connais, c'est les satellites, les micropuces, puis d'autres choses. Dans cette vie, j'étais un aspi avec amnésie, puis artiste, athlète, philosophe, et analyste en géopolitique. Oh, gotta get that. C'est my neighborhood. I got a lot of graffitis, beaucoup de graffiti dans mon coin, mais that UFO looked kind of good, I gotta say. Not the best, but kind of But these look nice. Look at these beauties. Tall, look at that. That gets you that fresh air, man. Look at that beauty. Regardez cette beauté, hein. Sont beaux, hein? Oh, yeah. We gotta go for the trees, you know. Sometimes tomorrow maybe we're gonna march in the city for the trees tomorrow. We'll see. We gotta get a little bit of that. See if it's warm, whatever. It might rain, but we might go do a special workout, you know. Or go do that workout top the mountain on la montagne. Because usually if we don't go, yesterday we went to my second home, the mountain. Hier on est allé à ma deuxième maison, la montagne. Mais si on va pas 2-3 jours, mais commence à en manquer. Start to miss the mountain. But I don't go second, third day. But then I go and I go or I don't go, or sometimes I go 5 days in a row or 6. Fois je vais 6 jours de suite, mais d'habitude je manque pas plus que 3 jours the past years, you know, and we've been going there for a few years. And today workout in my neighborhood and workout march, you know. It's workout march, man. It's food banks today, food banks pour les banques alimentaires aujourd'hui. Les banques alimentaires aujourd'hui. Les banques alimentaires aujourd'hui. Banques alimentaires. Les banques alimentaires aujourd'hui. Food banks today special. What time is it? I think I'm gonna be just in time, you know, so. Stop that. So that gas price went up a few cents. It was 162.9, now it's 167. 5 cents. 5 cents, ça a augmenté. 162.9 à 77. Ça a augmenté de comme 5 cents depuis la semaine passée. So, I think last Friday, I think it went up like 5 cents. So, yeah, man. Sorry.